Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel once again, and for today's video I'm going to share one more team in the Electric Cup, which is going to be a Hisuian Electrode showcase, and it's a really good pick for this cup as well because it's part grass typing and it just walls Lantern. So Lantern being the bulkiest does hard loses to this Pokemon over here and does decent against rock type as well because it have a nuking potential with Energy Ball, and with Wild Charge, Energy Ball and Thunder Shock moveset, it is kind of spammy as well. But since it's part grass and electric, that means it needs coverage against Galvantula. So yes, so Galvantula needs to be covered for this Electrode over here. So that is the reason I'm going to pair it up with alolangraveler in the lead and Galvantula as my safe swap, while my Electrode is my closure over here. So this is the thought process that I had with this team. So it's not of a high-ending thought process or strategy, but I'm just using it as simple like duo core with strong closure over here. So that is the reason, since it does not have too much bulk because of Graveler and Galvantula onto it. So that is the reason I went up 2 losing set with this team in the first, but I then went up onto 4 as far like as I was playing. I was getting to know this team better, so that is the reason I went up losing first 2 sets and then I came back again. So that will be all for the introduction, and without further more delay, let's quickly jump into the battle. But before that, if you're liking the content onto this channel, I'll appreciate that if you subscribe to it, like and share with your friends as well, so that will help me grow, it will motivate me and it will support me as well. So without further more delay, let's quickly jump into the battles and check out how this team performed with Hisuian Electrode. So now, moving into the first battle, I pick up a lead against Galvantula, which is a really good lead, and they safe swaps again into their Lantern. So Lantern will be getting walled by this Hisuian Electrode because it does barely no damage with this Surf and this Thunderbolt or maybe Spark as well. So if you guys can see, they will be doubling up on their energy and they will be going for back-to-back Surfs, but it does not even do half of my health. To which I doubled up on the Energy Ball, so I'll be now going for the first Energy Ball. That gives me the first shield from my opponent's end as well, and now I'll be going for the Energy Ball number 2, which is going to get the knockout or get the final shield from my opponent's end as well, but they gave up their both shields, so which means that something in their back is actually weak to like my Graveler as well. So that is the reason they want to get switched, but they cannot farm me down once again, or maybe they cannot get the knockout for me with Surf. So they will be getting the knockout with Energy Ball, and I do get both the shields and both get switched to me as well, to which now I'll be coming back with my own Graveler and I'll be rock throwing down the Galvantula over in this scenario. So I'll be shielding up the first Energy Ball that goes to be Energy Ball, and the final Pokemon is going to be Hisuian Electrode of their own, to which I have a hard response to it, my Galv, and they top left the game over here because they did not have any play, which I hard countered them. So nevertheless, I move into the next game. I pick up a lead against Hidden Power Ground Luxray over here, to which I safe swap now into my Hisuian Electrode. So Hisuian Electrode being part grass also will be taking neutral damage and not super effective damage from this ground over here, to which the Graveler lets the Energy Ball go through, and they comes back with a Luxray once again, to which I'll be surviving the next Psychic Fangs, and now I'll be going for the first next Wild Charge over here. That gives me the shield, and I'm in a really good scenario right now because I'll be coming back with my Galv over here because Galv will take neutral from this ground. I believe it's a ground Hidden Power, because Hidden Power is a move that you cannot recognize, like if it is a Hidden Power, what type of Hidden Power is it. So I'll be taking like neutral damage with this Hidden Power as well if it's a ground. So I'll be now going for the next Energy Ball that lands for this Lantern over here, which came back in, and to which now they will be going for the first Surf. So Surf does not even knock out my healthy Graveler over here, so I can survive and I can go for the Heart Farm, which I do get, and the final Pokemon they have in their backline is going to be a Luxray that will not appreciate the Rock Blast coming in, to which they gave up their final shield, and they have to go for the next move to get the knockout, back-to-back moves to get the knockout, which will not do in this case as well, because I have a shield to my name and I'll be shielding that up and I'll be going for the next lunge. That will just give me the win for the this battle as well. And Hisuian Electrode, A.Graveler and Galvantula core works out superbly for me. So GG's. Moving on to the next battle, I pick up a lead against Graveler. So this is a tough lead because both of my backline does not have a good response. Like my Gal does not have a good response, but my Hisuian Electrode does have it. But I don't want to take this rock throw damage, so that is the reason I'll be catching the first rock blast that does not do too much damage onto this Electrode, to which now I'll be going for the next energy ball. But they'll let the rock blast come in, so I'll be shielding this up and I'll be going for the next energy ball of my own. So I don't want to come in that matchup of Graveler versus my Galvantula, so I'll be trying to get to the next wild charge, which I could not get, and now I have got a loaded Graveler with me. But that is not the case because I have to finally throw, because they would have got to the next energy ball. So sorry, the rock blast, to which I'll be now going for the rock blast once again, because they have the Hisuian Electrode once again in their backline. So which is not a great thing for me because they have to throw. That is fine. So they will be going for the energy ball that knocks me out. But from this kind of range, Fury Cutter does not do enough damage to get the knockout without them reaching to the first wild charge of their own, which I have to shield, and let's see what the final Pokemon is going to be. So that will be their own Galvantula. So though I am up a shield, though I am just down shield with energy advantage, that does not help me out because they'll be now going for the listed lunge, but that does so much damage as well because of the how squishy the Galvantula is, to which now I'll be going for the next lunge that will grab the final shield that will like land, because they have already given up the final shield as well, but they will be able to reach to the next Fury Cutter just in time. Lunge just in time to get the knockout for me and getting the win for the third battle for them. That is going to be a good game. Moving into the next battle, I'll pick up a lead against Hisuian Electrode once again, and now I have realized that my safe swap is actually Galvan, not Hisuian Quillfish. So Hisuian Electrode, not Quillfish. I'm just sorry for that. Beg your pardon. So now I'll be catching the next energy ball onto my Galvantula over here, and now I'll be going for the farm down because they went for a wild charge. So whatever they are coming back in with, so I'll be going for the lunge to get the debuff, and they comes back with their own Galv as well. So that is going to be really good for me because my Hisuian Electrode does not have to face it, and from this kind of range they went for a hefty farm down, I think. So that is the reason they have to give up their final shield as the first shield, and they comes back in with their Lantern. So Lantern will not appreciate my Hisuian Electrode coming back in because it just gets walled by it. So they will be going for Thunderbolt, Surf, Hydro Pump, anything they can go for, but that will not do enough damage, and they gave up the game and giving me the win for the fourth battle. Moving into the final battle of the video and the set, so I believe it was something of a Hisuian Electrode lead, and they safe swapped into their own like this is going to be a golem, to which now I'll be letting the first charge move go through, which will be a rock blast, and now I'll be trying to get myself shield advantage. So that is the reason I'll be going for the first rock blast over his first energy ball that gives me the shield, and now I'm finally happy that the my Galvantula is not having to face this golem over here, to which now I'll be shielding up the second rock blast over here, and that will give me kind of chance to get the farm down, but I'll not risk it because I don't want to get down a shield with my Gal over here. So that is the reason I'll be going for the first rock blast that gets me the knockout for the golem, and they have to throw. So they might go for the energy ball, but they went for a wild charge, to which now I have to go for the Stone Edge of my own because they safe swapped again into their own Graveler over here. So they will not expect it, so that is the reason it lands for so much neutral damage, and they cannot also farm me down. So that is the reason they have to throw, and from this kind of range, they have to throw the Rock Blast, and I'll be now coming back with my Galv and get the knockout for the Graveler, and I'll be going for the next lunge as well. So they have one shield onto their back, which is fine, but since because of the attack debuff, if they are also going for back-to-back wild charges also, it will not get the knockout for me because of that advantageous debuff as well. So if you guys can see properly, it's not going to be enough to get the knockout for me, and I'm able to reach to the next. Before I am able to reach to the next next lunge, Fury Cutter does give me the win as well for this battle. So this team, not that bulky, but still worked out for me. So that will be all for this video, and see you again in the next one. Till then, peace.